Howdy folks, Kirk and Jay here with Kirk Giordano Plaster, and today let's show you what causes this kind of buckling. I show you a lot of buckling on the lower portions of houses and how to repair them. Anybody got an idea why this happened? I mean, a lot of you guys watch what we do, and many of you have a clue at this stage. We've done so many videos, but haven't done this one yet. Anyway, what we got here is this is a base coat, and then it has an acrylic stucco finish on it. An acrylic stucco finish is basically a water-resistant finish. We can't say waterproof in our industry, but it's a water-resistant finish. And what's happening is, you see all these inset windows. These are a real drag to waterproof. You got to use a straight flash. You put it down there, fan it out, put the windows in. It's pretty complicated to do this, so I actually seen these guys building this about 30 years ago. So anyway, what they have doing is they've got water coming in right there, right here, maybe even right here. We're doing some exploration right now. I looked at it earlier and I said, well, let me do some exploration and see what the heck is going on. So what we did is we broke this out right here. And what they have is what's here. Now notice, if water's getting behind an acrylic finish or a painted surface, you'll usually have bubbles right here where the paint bubbled. But this is an acrylic, so it won't bubble out. It'll just buckle like this guy right here is doing. What we're doing is, now we got to remove this because we're going to put a weep screed here. Now, a weep screed is this. Now notice these holes right here. These holes are for the water to weep out or drip out. That's why it's called a drip or a weep screed. Now technically, you put a weep screed right here. It goes underneath the existing paper on any job. And what we're going to do is, after we finish breaking this whole thing out, Jason and I are going to get up here. We're going to put the weep screed here. Take the stucco flush to it and take this side flush to it, and now water is getting behind here. And they told me, Kirk, look, we don't want to tear this whole wall off, so don't go there with us. We just want you to put a weep screed here. And I thought, cool beans, we can handle that. We will not tear the whole wall off. So I'll show you something else too, guys. If it doesn't matter if this is on the front of your house or apartment building, if you have this kind of stuff going on, use this guy here. This is a Bosch Bulldog. Why? Because if I were to get gung-ho and use strength and just start pounding this, what I would do is I'd pound this deteriorated wire into this beat-up paper. This paper's seen better days. This is a 20-gauge wire. You're actually supposed to use 18 or 17, but anyway, it was built 30 years ago. So this guy here, I'll show you a little bit about it because it's dusty and dirty and loud, and I don't like to get dust on Jason's camera. Okay, this is how easy this is right here. This is the Bosch Bulldog, and you can buy these tips too. The tips, actually, the self-sharpener, man, they're worth the $10 for it. Now notice, instead of using a lot of strength and muscle, you just let the tool do the work. Woo, that's dusty. Now, normally I have my mask on because you guys don't want to inhale any of this stuff when you're doing your own house. Interior, exterior, don't inhale it. Wear some glasses, wear some gloves, and of course a good respirator. Now, what Jay and I are going to do is, because he's got a corner here, we're going to go ahead and take all of this just like that right there. Then we're going to place that one weep screed. So nobody wants to see two weep screeds touching. So we'll put one solid weep screed, and that weep screed is going to go underneath this expansion joint, but more importantly, it's going to go underneath this paper. So now what happens? Water is going through somewhere. They haven't determined, and they don't want to mess with it any longer. So water's going through the stucco. When it goes through the stucco, it's going on top of this paper. Now it's going to go on top of the flashing and weep or drip out of these holes harmlessly. So Jay and I are going to get busy and finish yanking this guy off. And when we get to the stage where we're installing this weep screed, we'll show you a little bit more about how to put that on and how to match this finish here. Close my eyes and match this one. All right, guys, I'll show you the next stage. Now, this stuff, you gotta have the patience of a monk. If you don't have no patience, guys, don't try this part. All the paper here is not in perfect condition because it's over 30 years old. What we try to do is we slide our paper underneath the existing. And yeah, you gotta lift it up real gentle. I kind of lift it up with my utility knife. I put the blade in there and lift a little bit at a time, and get it in there. It's real time consuming. In fact, it took Jay and I about an hour just to get this weep on weep screed. And by the way, guys, this is a J trim, or it's called J channel. Don't use these. This will not let the water out. They used it all around the perimeter. Wrong stuff. That's why they have these issues. Okay, now we're going to pop a little bit of wire here because theirs is not long enough. Okay, now it'll take me as a plasterer 5 minutes to do this front and this, probably even float it too. Jay's going to go ahead and get a mix, and we'll show you how we do that part too. Okay, guys, the fun part here. This stucco is almost the same color as the wall itself. It dries a lot lighter too. Now, I'm just putting one coat, guys. If you watch what we do, I always tell you guys, scratch it and then brown it. But this is pretty thin. I can get out of my own way. It's pretty thin, so there's just absolutely no reason to mess around here and do it twice. And by the way, guys, when you use caulking, use something good like this polyurethane caulking we have here. It's a Sika product, good stuff. And some of you guys might be saying, well, why do some products or some people put on weep screeds, and then what's the advantage of them? Good question, guys. When you're doing a maintenance-free stucco finish, that means a color-coded, integrated color. You put these weep screeds, and now that house is like a brick, meaning when it rains, it gets wet and darkens, and when drier conditions occur, and they will as soon as it stops raining, it just goes and lightens back up. So it's basically maintenance free. You never have to touch it. So that's why these weep screeds are used. The stucco the water goes through the stucco and out those holes. And if you were to Google, should my stucco walls breathe? And you got 20 people, you'll get 20 different answers to that question, should my walls breathe? Because some people say, oh, gee whiz, you're not supposed to have your stucco breathing. And some people say you're not supposed to seal it. I say, if it's your house, you can do whatever the heck you want with it. For example, I put zip lines in my house when Jay and everybody was young, from my living room to the dining room. That's the beauty of owning your own house. But on a serious note, if you paint stucco, you're waterproofing it. There's nothing wrong with that, guys. A lot of folks ask me, hey, should I paint? And it's like, well, if your house is leaking, or say you just don't like the color anymore, go ahead, paint it. It's not going to hurt anything. If you have a maintenance-free finish, it will hurt it because now you're going to be stuck painting all the time. Okay, now that is done, and this cement is a 5-minute cement. That's how much time I have to work with it. But oh, Kirk, don't need about 5 minutes. Okay, now we go with the green sponge float. Now notice I I tap the sponge float inside the bucket, not slam it here, otherwise it'll tweak down and it'll mess up my own work. Sometimes I even pull these back just so they don't make lines. All right, now what we're doing is I'm just going straight up. And this is called a float finish. I'm bringing out the aggregate. Hey, loose wire. Oh, that's always a drag to get a loose wire. I'm going to come back to that guy. All right, so notice I'm pulling upward, guys. If I pull down, the whole thing is going to come off. Now this float is full. It's full of stucco, so I shake it out, get it out of there. Now I want to use a lot of water too, guys. They're going to paint this when it all dries. While we're on the subject of painting, how long do you got to wait before you paint, guys? Another one of those questions. Anybody know? Anybody care? 28 days, because right now the pH level of this is about 14, and we want it to drop down to about 10 or below. Why? Good question. If you paint too soon, the paint can blister. It could bleed because there's too much alkalinity in the stucco. That's boring technical stuff, but I thought I'd throw it in there. All right, so we are taking this down and coming up here. And notice, again, I'm just pulling into the existing. You guys might say, wow, that color is right on the money. That was an accident. We didn't plan on getting that color right on the money. It's this particular stucco. This particular one-coat stucco is applied where you don't want to overmix it. There's like 30 one-coat stuccos. And guys, they're nothing new. They've been around for shit longer than old Kirk. Been around forever, ever since I've been in the trade. But most people or organizations say scratch first, then come back and brown, because to do the scratch and brown takes a little bit of practice, guys. A little bit of practice. Now here, where I'm a little hollow, I made my own holiday. I'm going to fix that up. And lastly, over here where I caulked it, because they have a tan building, I don't want that caulking to show, so I put some cement over the caulking. Now I just float that guy in it. And yeah, as I said earlier, they're going to paint it anyhow. But we'll make it pretty just for the heck of it. Get rid of this cable, pull this in. And again, pull up, guys. Always pull up, because you go down, it's going to go down with you. All right, so we're finishing it. And this stuff here is a rubber. It's rubbery. If I were to pull a piece off and bend it, it'll flex. It's just a rubber membrane. Acrylic stuccos are sand, acrylic, color, where paint is, yoink, paint is the acrylics, and water mainly. You pay a lot for water, guys. All right, so there you have it. That's going to match in, and of course we can't forget the expansion joint, and I can't forget my little bitty holiday over here. I tap in my holiday with a little bit more mud. A loose wire will jack this float up that I'm using right here. These things you want as good a condition as you can keep them in. All right, now expansion joint, got to come down and dig it out. I normally use a utility knife, but since I don't have it on me, I use a trowel. And we just match that. Here, we just match it too. Come one way, come the other, just like a V, guys, and it'll pop right out. A little V, boom. And if you see anything you missed, like me, sometimes I'll do the video and I'll get the camera turned off and I'll see something and I'll say, okay, let's put that back together too. All right, so Lastly, a little bit right here and right here. And where somebody else did a patch, I can see the thing right here. So what we're going to do is go ahead and fix that just because I can see it and it looks bad. I didn't see that earlier. Okay, so again here, we're matching this expansion in a V shape to get it out without over troweling it. The last thing I'm going to do right here is pull this up because I got to pull out that previous joint from another fella. Anyway guys, all these tools you see we use, they're on our description. We got that Amazon thing going. You can help support us making these videos and purchase any of these tools you see us using. Here we go, last little bit, and if you see a wire, just keep playing with it and add a little bit extra. In fact, I'm getting ready to call this video quits because Jay is saying, hey, the battery is dying, Dad. Anyway, as I say, cover this last little wire right here. One little tad bit. All right, guys, remember, live long and plaster.
By the way, folks, my dad and I are now members of Amazon affiliates, so if you're looking to buy any of the plastering or construction tools you've seen in our videos and you want to support us in the process, you can check the links below our video, or you can go to our website and get them there. If you have any other questions for tools we don't have linked, email us direct and we'll respond to you then.
Once again, folks, we thank you for watching, and I really enjoy all your comments.
If you guys like this video, please click the like button down below, and also if you enjoy what we do, subscribe to our channel so we can keep making these videos for you.
My name is Kirk.
And Jay.
We thank you for watching, and from the entire Giordano family, we'll see you on the next one.